August 19th, and I'm going to be going over some trades I made today. So today was a half decent day. Still, the market was not like insane. Just kind of a grinder of a day. So we ended up here up 592. We traded 3 stocks. BDR before it got halted on the way up in the morning, made 684 there. MNTR, we traded that one twice. Just a pocket change on that one. Wish I put more risk on, but I usually don't change those low price stocks. This one was only 80 cents, so I went way too small on this. I kind of didn't realize that how many shares you need when the stock's this cheap, so that one kind of messed up. And then AESE traded a few times. Was initially red on this, still am, but it was more. I think it was like 7 or 8, and I made a bit of that back, so I'll be going over those. So starting down here on the trades tab at 9:37, we traded BDR. So I'll zoom in here. So this one was gapping up on like no news. It's a small float, 3.5 million. Market cap 7.4 million. So right out of the gates here, this is on the 1-minute chart. BDR had a really explosive run up. Had a bit of a pullback. See, making a high here. I don't remember exactly what I did. Oh right, so yeah, and it's coming back to me now. When I look at these in the after I have the whole trading day, when I go back zoomed in and look at it, I totally remember what happened. So what happened was I was anticipating a breakout right here of 220 and these highs, but I saw like on the level 2 that it was like all the asks were getting eaten up here. So I was like, okay, and as soon as I pushed my hotkey to hop in here, it filled me way up here at oh shit. Okay, it looks like the browser is freezing up, or Dash Trader's freezing up here. Let's try and just save everything quickly in case it shuts down on me. Okay, anyways, so we were right here trying to buy here at 218, ended up getting filled all the way up here at 234, so immediately I was like, oh shit, I just got a horrible entry. This thing's probably going to pull back on me and I'm going to get wrecked. Luckily, it had a little bit of continuation, so I just got out really quick there, sold for only a 4-cent gain because I knew how bad my entry was. So I was out, I was waiting, and this thing just continued ripping. So it comes up all the way up here to $3, gets halted, and then after the halt, I bought a washout down here at 275, 25 shares, and sold on a rip up there to $3. So making like, 25 cents there. So that netted me most of the gains on this thing. So that was pretty sweet. And then I was like, okay, this thing's really strong today. Look at, I could have even held that more. And I was getting ready to buy what I thought here was a bull flag right here. So we had support right there, the 1-minute EMA coming up, and a nice consolidation, and then you guys know what happened. It got halted on that crazy T12 or T1 or whatever, and I didn't touch it for the rest of the day. Ended up gapping down, had a pretty impressive recovery here, and then crapped out for the rest of the day. So that was BDR. Decent trading on that one, mostly just scalps. Not really one of my go-to setups. None of my classic of my top 5 setups. So alright trading, mostly just scalps. And then we took a long here on NMTR because this one was looking really strong. Let's remove all these. Let's zoom into a 3-minute. So basically what happened on this one is this was the initial high of day here at 89 cents / 90 cents, and this one came up, made a high here of about 98, and then I drew up my Fibonacci right down there. And my plan was to build a position around 90 cents right here, which was the 236 and the initial high of day. So I was starting to scale in right here. I bought a tiny 25 shares. So stupid. I didn't realize how small 25 shares actually is on a 90-cent stock. So that was my mistake. And I was planning to just continue scaling in here because it didn't really look like it was about to blast off anytime soon. I was hoping it'd come way down to 89 where I could really size up. But it just started to rip, so I was like, alright, whatever, I'll just sell my 25 shares here, not a big deal. And I sold that for a little bit of profit there. I think that was the only trade I took on this. Can't actually remember. Yeah, I think that was actually it. Oh, we took one more, right? Oh, right, the dip. Okay, just because the charts are annoying, I'm just going to go over that one right now. So let's bring that up here. So after, oh, we did. Okay, so after it made this pretty decent little run, it was getting into sort of lunchtime and it was starting to cool off. And I just put out a Fibonacci, and I noticed that that initial high of day at 90 cents, where I originally wanted to load up my position, lined up nicely with the 50% retracement there on the Fibonacci. So as this thing came down, so you can see how nicely it hugs that 2-minute 9 EMA. Flips it, and now it's a resistance, and as it came down, I kind of just bought right in here. I bought 100 shares at 91, and I was planning to add to if it went all the way down to 88 cents, but it didn't. It had a nice spike here, and I sold those 100 shares right below VWAP there at 99 cents. Oh no, not 99. I sold them at 95 cents. $99. Did I sell $99? Weird, it says here 99. It's odd. Not too sure. Oh, because it's... Yeah, I don't really know why it says 99 right here, honestly. That's weird. 1028. Weird. Yeah, anyways, just did that little bounce play off the 50% there up to VWAP. And I have a cool little screenshot I want to show you guys. So you can see that on this trade I took profits pretty quickly, right? I just had a nice bounce, sold, no fuss. And then you can see that that was a great sell. Selling at resistance is always the key. Every single time you buy at support and you sell at resistance, every time. No exceptions. So that was a pretty good trade there. And then you can see that on the contrary, on a stock like AESE, which is another one I traded today, I'll show you that. But I'll finish my thought in a second, but first I'll just start here. So this is the first trade on AESE. Initial high of day, price came down, made about a bit of a double top here, pulled back, and I went long right here, 50 shares at 183, anticipating a break above. But this is a losing strategy, buying at resistance, anticipating a breakout. I should be buying at support. So it flushed down and I got stopped out here for a $6 loss, so that was pretty frustrating. Was not what I wanted to do. I was mostly frustrated just on my execution. That was just a really dumb place to buy there. And then this thing came up and I ended up taking another trade here. The setup for this was, God, these charts are so annoying. The setup for this was the whole number $2 was a big level for this stock. As you can see, right here, $2 was major daily resistance. and you're just pushing into that. Couldn't break it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5-minute candles, and then finally we opened up a new 5-minute candle over top of $2 with a nice spike of volume. So I got in there long for right there. Got in long for 50 shares at 203 and sold at 210. So a little scalp there, making back some of my loss that I took here. But what I wanted to go over, and what I was trying to say earlier before I just kind of went over that trade, was that in this case, taking profits quickly didn't really work out because this thing ended up ripping much higher. But you never really know. That's why I made the yin and yang of trading. So everything equals out. So in this case, here's a reason to let positions ride, because I only captured that much of the move where I could have almost tripled my gains if I held on. But on the other hand, if I never take profit when it gets to clear areas of resistance, then you never get profit. So you got to take profit on the way up. That's just the way it is. One thing I could have improved on here was I could have scaled out more. But this was just such a small position to begin with. It wasn't really a big setup trade where I'm risking a bunch and trying to scale out. I just knew it would pop over $2. I didn't know how much, but I just knew it would pop once it had this sort of obvious setup here with the EMA coming up. So sometimes this will happen. Other times you'll be thankful you took profits, but the key is to just always take those profits. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, I think. NMTR. Yeah, just that bounce trade on NMTR. I tried to reclaim VWAP, couldn't really. Oh, that's why this is confusing. I think these are all out of order. I'm not sure what's going on with this thing today. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so that was my last trade there in NMTR. Was it though? 11:45. Oh, they're both right at the same time. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty average day. I have a few screenshots here. This screenshot belongs in my dumb setups / dumb trades folder. Dumbass. Don't anticipate the breakout on this low volume choppy piece of shit. So you can see double top here. And I tried to buy here anticipating a breakout, but you never ever buy at resistance. You always sell at resistance. So I deserve this loss here. That is my fault. Here was the screenshot I had before I exited this position, so you can see that I'm in here, and my plan is to sell here, and sell here. I ended up just selling it all right at VWAP because I didn't really get the ad there at 88 cents. So there's not much to scale out with. And this trade, small scalp of the obvious break of $2. Yeah, guys, and that's pretty much it. So just a small green day today. Just continuing the grind, and I definitely feel like I'm a break-even trader at this point. So hopefully this account stays where it is and then kind of grows. If I can get this thing to 3,000, I'd be really happy. But the market is not hot right now, and I'm just going to keep trying to learn every single day and protect my capital and stack sort of small wins and with reduced risk. So that's it, guys. Adios.